at the workers. So they must be doing super badly. So we are growing, our pockets are not growing, our responsibilities are growing, prices of things are going up, but we are not able to negotiate better salaries because the conditions of our employers are not so good. So it's a general situation in our country. We cannot complain too much, but we're looking ahead to a better time.
Okay, we'll take a moment and go on a break. When we come back, we'll look at the specifics and possible solutions out of this quagmire we found ourselves. Please don't go away. Welcome back. So we're looking at developments in the aviation sector, and I'll start off with the regulator here. Now, the reports we played, the films we played there, talked about different issues plaguing the aviation industry. One of them is a question of equipment. I mean, one of the operators talked about one scanner in an entire airport like the Murtala Mohammed Airport, domestic wing. Let's not look at the international wing. One scanner. So you have like 1,000 people having to go through there just to catch a flight. And here, I'm missing my flight, I'm missing my flight. So a question of equipment. Then the question of aviation fuel for the operators. Let's begin with this too.
Okay, first and foremost, the report you just had is talking about the terminal we call GAT, General Aviation Terminal, where you have ARIC and Airpiece. And believe you me, it's difficult. There's no aeroplane that carries 1,000 passengers at a time. You understand? And if you're talking about 1,000 passengers at General Aviation Terminal, where there are mainly 737 airplanes, and the maximum number of passengers one 737 can carry is about 120. You understand? So at the time you call for departure, your passengers of course will queue in, and then they will be scanned appropriately. And furthermore, I will say the airport operators, FAN in particular, they're not sleeping. They're working on these things. You know, you don't develop things overnight. You make them within time. You make an assessment. You find out, what do I need? Where am I right now? So let me plan for the future. So that's what's going on right now. If you see there are lots and lots of rehabilitation and the modification of the terminal buildings. So the report you just saw is General Aviation Terminal, where you have ARIC and Airpiece. And then, but if you look at MM2, MM2 is seamless. You know, so the agencies are moving there. Gradually, things will be sorted out.
MM2 is a concession facility.
That's correct.
So are you saying that we should we go ahead with the concession? Would that make any difference?
Honestly, yes. Concession is the only way out. A lot of people argue. Concession is not selling out. Concession is not sacking workers. But concession is bringing somebody who is more serious. You see, everything government is like for free. You know, but now you concession this airport, you have an agreement, repair this terminal building, operate it. We will continue to monitor and regulate your activities within that terminal building. Now you, as the owner and operator of this terminal building, you monitor people who work. You monitor their performance. You monitor the output, and you monitor everything is working all right. If it is not, if somebody does not come to work and is supposed to come for 9 hours a day, you deduct his money. And let me say something here that a lot of people probably do not know. Maybe they have not been there. There's this Gatwick Airport everybody is talking about in England. Gatwick Airport is, I think, the second busiest airport in England itself, next to Heathrow. Gatwick is owned and operated by a Nigerian. It's a British, it's England. It's not in Africa. But it's a Nigerian that is the owner and operator of that Gatwick Airport. And it's doing very well, excellent. So why can't we do things like that here?
Those that you have consistency of policy.
Yeah.
Inconsistency of policy, that's what we are reviewing. This is the problem now we are having. Anytime now the government sits down and says, look, we've been doing this thing wrong. You know, how do we make it better? Every day you look at what you have done, where you are, and how can you make it better so that you don't repeat the previous mistake. Now, other interest groups will come and start throwing stones into your plan. They will employ all sorts of means, pay people and so on and so forth. But they will not like employ or think about it, study the situation and say, yes, is this thing really good? What people are talking about concession is that they're going to lose jobs, which is not true. If you concession an airport, they build the airport, and the airport is being patronized by people, there will be more jobs available. It's just that some people don't want to come to work because it's government, or because some people are employed through their uncles or their relations, so they can come to work whenever they want. They cannot be queried and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go
Thank
to
you very
Mr.
much.
Iroro. You are with the airline operators. What would you say are the greatest challenges that you face? I know the issue of aviation fuel, the forex issue, they are there. What is that thing that is dragging you back?
There are several things, basically. Let me start with what Captain Sidi talked about. At peak period, at the GAT, ARIC does an average of 12 to 14 departures between the hours of 6:30 and 8 a.m. in the morning. That's ARIC Air alone. If I take an average of 100 passengers, leave it at 100, I'm just being conservative. 100 times 14 for ARIC alone is 1,400 passengers for ARIC Air alone within 1 hour.
Between